You are now live.
Hello everyone, I'm Seij and I'll be running Minit for you today. And I think we can start in 3, 2, 1, go. For those of you that have not played Minit, it's a game in which once you pick up this sword, you have 60 seconds until you die. And of course, you don't have to finish the game in those 60 seconds, you just have to pick up items like this watering can to progress through the game. So it's more about getting whichever items I need to get to the end of the game, since it is any person's. There will be a few dark caves like this one. Usually on a casual playthrough you get a flashlight that would light them up. But we won't, since it's like around 40 seconds loss to get it. Now I'll be heading to the oasis. I need to see the screen 5 times or 5 and kill this ghost. That was not very good, but still okay. I got the sword thrower that allows me to throw my sword, basically. And now getting the watering can, I need to go this way to help this guy that needed water. Now that I gave water to him, I can go here, and the path to the left will be open, so that I can go through here to this cave and get the gardening glove. And with the gardening glove, I can destroy trees like this one. Go back to my house, restart to get the 60 seconds timer, and onto killing crabs. 1, 2, I need 5. The 3 other ones will be up here. 3, 4, and I missed my throw. It's not too bad. To get the coffee here, and with the coffee I can push boxes now, and it will be useful later on. Now I'm on my way to the hotel, and that will be a new restart point, because obviously with 60 seconds to leave you need to live in new places like the hotel here, so that you have a closer respawn point to what you need to do. And now talk to him. I need to find 6 guests. That was the first one on the left in the pond, and I'll be getting 3 more now. I need to get rid of those guys. Talk to him. That's the most orangey part of the game, really, because as you may have seen, while I was fighting, the other guy was running around. If he runs to the left, that's good. You only need to talk to him, and it goes pretty fast. And I'm bad at this. Really bad. Oh god. Okay. I was saying, yes, that was the most orangey part, because if he runs to the left, that's okay. If he runs to the right, you lose a lot of time going to the right of the screen to talk to him and then go back to where you were. That was the 4th guest, and now another dark cave that hopefully I'll get through. And now I need to destroy 2 bombs in the dark, 1 and 2. Get out of the cave. I'll need to activate that bridge. Here we go. Talk to this guy, and we need 1 last guest that will be under this box. Now that we have all the guests, this ladder comes down and we can get the flippers, and now we'll be able to swim. And we're going for the last stretch of the game through this. That's a small damage boost, but it's faster than going on the bridge. And now for more box pushing. Hopefully I won't botch as much as what I did before. Okay, last one. And now, as you see, I suicide before the box gets to the grinder. That's because the in-game time is only ticking when the top left timer is ticking. So if I suicide before, the box still gets to the grinder, but the time is not ticking. Now we have to take care of the second machine that's on the right. To do that, we have to activate all these buttons. There we go. And lastly, on this life, we'll have to go around here, down there, to destroy this machine, get rid of the lasers, and to destroy this. Now that we put our sword in that cog, well, it was blocked, and there was a fire that was preventing us from getting it back. So we need water to quench that fire. And we are going all the way around the camp. Since I botched going under the bridge, I can take that damage boost that is not as much as not that big a gain, but it's better than that. We're getting our sword back. That is now a mega sword and not a regular sword, but since it's a mega sword, we can destroy this machine, and we are the boss. There will be 3 phases. The first one is destroying 4 sets of 2 swords that are on each side of the boss. You may not see them very well in the dark, but they're here. If I go fast enough, and I did, this second phase activates immediately. I just need to get rid of all these swords. I'll try to keep them close from each other. That was not very good. And the last phase, we just need to destroy all the swords that are around the boss. I'll try to get the middle sword here for a better setup. There you go. Only 2 more to go. And for the last sword, that will be on the right, I think. And I die instantly on purpose this time, because it teleports us closer to the boss, and it's faster. So we got the broken sword, and last stretch of the game, and not the easiest one, finding the toilet in the dark. There you go. And time! And 7:23. It was not that bad for a marathon, I guess. We'll have a bit of time to see the ending of Minit.
That was a really interesting run. I have never seen that game play before. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's like a really cool like throwback Game Boy game.
Yeah,
in all black and white. That's pretty cool. I like
that's
it.
the idea. But when you play it casually, it doesn't look that way. It's more about exploring puzzles and all of that. But yeah, it's nice.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. That was, like I said, another really awesome run. Thank you. And we're gonna go ahead and cut to intermission here again. And this time we really do have hot coffee up. Completely botched it last time. Was looking at the wrong runner for
I think there was
next game.
the bonus run that I still have to do.
Oh, that's right. The bonus run. Duh. All right. Cool. Go ahead and take it away then.
Okay, so now we will go for a second run, and if you're ready on time, in
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute your side here, and then I'm gonna listen to your Twitch audio. So whenever you're ready.
okay, so I'll go in 3, 2, 1, go. There will be quite a few big differences on this second run. First, we have the broken sword and not the regular sword. And as you can see on the top left, I only have 1 heart, so no damage boosts here, and only 40 seconds instead of 60. So the route will be quite different at some points. We still got the watering can and the sword, of course, and we still go to the desert this way, except that in this cave I cannot get the damage boost, and I got lost in the dark, so come back here. And I got lost again. That's horrible. Okay. No, not okay. I'll do it again. And try to not get lost this time. Okay. That was what was supposed to happen the first time. So now we're getting to, as I was saying, the desert once again to get the sword tower once more, and then go to the gardening grove as before. What is different is that instead of 1 ghost, there will be 2, which should not be a problem, hopefully. Here we go. Now once more we get the watering can and go find the lost person. That's under here. Except that he's quite... Oh, that was not supposed to happen. That's the first time I get killed by this one. It's very strange. But okay. So yeah, we need to go find the lost person. It doesn't kill me? No, it's good. Very good. And as you may see, he's not really at the same spot. He's a bit further down. But we'll still have time to get him. Hopefully. Here it is. Back to the gardening love. Same path to the left. Same cave. Except that now it's a labyrinth in the dark. Here we go. And now back to the house once again. As before, we need to kill 5 crabs, except that they are not in the same spot this time. 1 was here, 2 are here once again, and we need 2 more. One is hidden in here, and the last one will be here. There we go. And now the route is much different from what it was in the normal one, because we need to go this way to get an item that we didn't get in the normal one. Which is the camera that's in this house. Now we go back this way and you'll find we get at the same spot that before. Hopefully they don't kill me. Good, because that can happen pretty often. We get to the hotel, we save, and we don't need to get the guests this time. We only need to activate the bridge by going here, because now we have lots of boxes and we can do a bridge wizard this way, and here goes the bridge. We get the camera that we took before, go into this screen, and since we went with the camera to this screen, we can now go here. The guy on the right thinks that we are journalists and he lets us through. We destroy this. And if you remember, we have the broken sword and not the regular sword. So all we need to do is time, drop the sword in the toilet. And we don't need to do bots, we don't need to do the machines. We only need to throw the sword in the toilet. And that was it for the second run of Minit.
Wow, that was another interesting run.
Thanks.
That's New Game Plus, huh? Throwing the sword in the toilet.
Yeah, when we found it, it was pretty amazing to find out that you don't need to do anything except throw the sword in. It was quite a good find.
That's awesome. Very cool, very cool. Alrighty, well, at this time we really are gonna go ahead and head to intermission. I was a little bit late on your time because I didn't know like
Yeah.
when to actually time for that one, but
It's
I'm
okay.
gonna show off like a couple seconds on that new game bonus run. I think it was a 5:07 for your time on that one. So GG's, man, GG's.
Thanks.
All right. And thanks again, everybody who is watching, and to everybody who's donated so far. Again, we're going to go ahead and head to intermission while we get set up for the next run, which is definitely